My English story. Hello, my name is Sarah. I am learning English. I am a student. I read English books. This is my story. I want to tell you about my life in London. I also want to tell you about my wonderful teacher. You can read my story and learn English with me. Chapter 1: My Trip to London. It is a warm summer day. The sun is shining. I am sitting on a train. I am going somewhere. Two women are sitting in front of me. They are talking. They are talking in English. I don't understand much. I am learning English, but I just started. I don't know many words. I am a beginner. I wanted to speak to them, but I was nervous. I took a deep breath. I said some simple words. Hello. I learn English. The women looked at me and smiled. They understood me. I felt very happy. I said, I want to learn English. One woman said, That's great. We are from England. The other said, Yes, we are going home. We were at a meeting for work. I said, Meeting for work? The first woman said, Yes, a conference. But that's not important. We are just happy to go home. We talked for about 10 minutes. It was a short talk, but it helped me a lot. Practiced my English. Soon my stop came. I had to get off the train. I said goodbye. The women were kind. They gave me their address and phone number. They said, You can visit us in England. We would love to see you. I said, Thank you. That is very nice. Then I got off the train. After this meeting, I wanted to learn more. I studied English every day. I read simple books. I translated texts. I watched English movies. I wanted to get better. For 6 months, my English was much better. But I wanted to be very good. So I decided to go to London. I wanted to study English there. It would be a big adventure. In London, I found a school. I joined the school. My first class was on Monday. I was excited and nervous. I met my teacher and the other students. My teacher was a young, kind woman. Her name was Miss Davis. She was very nice and friendly. We said our names. We told Miss Davis about ourselves. Then we started the lesson. Miss Davis asked us a question. What do you know about the English language? What do you think is important? We thought about it. It was a good question. Miss Davis said she had a special way to teach us. She said her way was easy and good. She told us, we won't only study from books. We will use English every day. I liked this. Books confused me. They were boring. But using English felt more fun. We talked about what is important in learning a new language. Miss Davis said, Language is for communication. We use language to talk to each other and share ideas. She said, When you learn a language, use it. Say how you feel. Talk to others. She added, Some students only study grammar and vocabulary. but they don't speak. That's a problem. You should practice using the words too. She said, I will show you an easy way to learn grammar and new words. I liked her teaching method. Sounded very good. We kept talking. We talked about our hobbies and free time. We worked in pairs. We also spoke with Miss Davis. I really liked the class. This way of learning helped me. Chapter 2, Learning New Words. On Tuesday, I went back to school. I was happy to go again. One student asked a question. What is the best way to learn new words? Miss Davis said, there are many ways, but I will tell you the best one, reading. She said, people who read learn words faster. She said, read for 30 minutes every day. She also said, you should like what you read. Read something fun or interesting. Don't read boring things. If you don't like it, you won't learn. She added, choose a book that is good for your English level. If it's too hard, you will feel sad. If it's too easy, you won't learn new things. When you read and see a word you don't know, use a dictionary. Find the meaning. You don't always have to write the word. You will remember it when you see it again. She also said, reading teaches more than words. It shows how to use words in real sentences. Then we talked about other things like jobs for students. This was helpful because I wanted a job. I asked, how can I find a job? The other students said, go to the job center. They help students find work. After school, I went to the job center. I asked, what is a good job for a student? The woman there said, you can be a cleaner or a waitress. I said, I don't have experience. She said, your English is good enough. You can work at a cafe. It's easier than cleaning and you can practice English. She said, you can start Thursday. I was very happy. Now I had a job to practice English. Chapter 3, Pronunciation Problems. On Wednesday, I went to school again. One student was very quiet. His name was Miho. He was from South Korea. Miss Davis asked if we had questions. Miho said, I have a problem with pronunciation. I don't speak because I don't want others to hear my bad pronunciation. I understand English, but I want to speak better. He asked, how can I improve it? Miss Davis said, I will teach you. First, we must understand why pronunciation is hard. She said, when we speak, we move our mouth muscles. In your language, you use your muscles in a certain way. In English, it is different. Most students have different pronunciation, but it's okay. People can still understand you, but you can improve your pronunciation. There is a great method called shadowing. She explained, shadowing means you copy what you hear. Children learn language by copying. You can too. Find a slow video or audio. Listen and repeat exactly what they say. Miss Davis opened YouTube. She showed us a shadowing video. We watched and then tried it for 3 minutes. It was fun. she said. Shadowing helps with presentations too. Before a speech, shadow for 10 minutes. It will help your pronunciation. I liked this idea. It was new to me. For class, I went to the school office. I asked about sports. The woman said, "We have football and table tennis." I love sports. I went to football training at 5 p.m. I met players from Brazil, Japan, Russia, Spain, Argentina, and Italy. It was great. I was happy. My time in England was going well. Chapter 4, Thinking Aloud. On Thursday, I went to school again. We had a new student. Her name was Eleanor. She was from Italy. Miss Davis asked her questions. She already knew Eleanor. Eleanor was in her class last year for a summer course. Eleanor spoke English very well. Her pronunciation was great. She was fluent. Miss Davis said, "Your school in Italy must be good." Eleanor said, "I don't go to school. I study at home. I use the techniques you taught me, reading, shadowing, and thinking aloud. I try to think in English, not Italian." She added, "Your 2-week class last summer helped me. Now I study every day." I came back to learn more. Miss Davis was very happy. I was curious about thinking aloud. I asked, "What is it?" Miss Davis said, "It's a great technique. It helps if you really want to learn. Some think it's strange, but it works." She explained, "You think in English and say your thoughts out loud." I said, "That sounds simple." "Why is it good?" Miss Davis said. "Eleanor, please tell us." Eleanor said, "At first, I used easy sentences like, 'I can speak English. I want to be better. I don't know many words, but I can use what I know.'" She said, "At first, my Italian thoughts were too long. I had to make my English simple. That was hard. But with time, I got used to it." She told us she met an Australian man. They spoke in English. She didn't need to translate in her head. She could speak easily. She said, "Thinking aloud helped me. I still do it every day." Miss Davis thanked her. Then she said, "If you want to learn fast, read, listen, think, and speak every day for 40 minutes. You can use these simple stories to practice.